Welcome to my first video of 2025, which is going to be the best year of my life. I'm saying it on camera to hold myself accountable. 2025 is going to be my year. Not that 2024 wasn't good. 2024 did bring some unexpected mental health issues, which was so fun. But I'm very excited for next year and lots of fun videos in the works and more was products. I thought I'd start off the new year with a little guide, a little how-to guide on how to add not only color, but personality to your home. I feel like that is one of the biggest struggles in interior design is adding in touches that feel like you and adding in color is difficult, especially when the trend for the last, 10 years probably has been a white kitchen, a gray kitchen, all that jazz. Anyways, let's get started on the first video of 2025. My guide, me, P, Wasslepa's guide to adding color and personality to your home. Let's start with adding color. Color and personality go very hand in hand, so this is all very mixed, but I'm going to start with ways that you can add color to your home without going crazy. Obviously, there are people out there that love using color and they'll paint, a blue living room or, they'll have a giant yellow sofa. But if you're not one of those people, which honestly, I don't find myself using color in really big moments. I normally use color in smaller things. I will paint a whole room, but I don't normally go crazy with color. You'll see it in touches. But I think one of the most affordable and easy ways to add color to your home is through books. I've seen in the comments where people are like, don't buy a book just for the cover, but I disagree on that. Obviously, you want to buy a book that you're going to look through or read, but it also is a really easy way to incorporate color as a decor item. So I think adding in some colorful coffee table books, very easy, very simple. Add some colorful books onto your bookshelf, add them onto your side tables. Sometimes I just have, two little lime green books sitting on my side table. I think that's what I have right now. But I think that's such an easy way to add color without spending a ton of money. And also, if you get sick of it, which I do, you can, put it back in your cabinet or put it back up on your shelf and voila, you're starting fresh and you're not like, shit, I spent all that money on a giant red rug. It's just books. I think another easy way to add color through your home is through glassware. You're in my kitchen sink. My tripod is in my kitchen sink because we're going to take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Ritual. I have been taking Ritual's stress relief supplements for quite some time now, truly. It's very easy to make this part of your routine. I take all of my supplements and medications right in the morning, and so I just add this little guy in. And again, you want to take them in the morning because they last 8 hours. Not only are Ritual products science-backed, they are also traceable. They share all of their sources, their suppliers, and all the studies behind their key ingredients, which is pretty sweet. Like all Ritual products, Stress Relief is vegan, non-GMO, gluten, soy, and major allergen-free. If you're like me and experience anxiety or stress, I do highly recommend taking the Ritual Stress Relief supplement because, again, it's just a natural vegan way to help reduce that on a daily basis. I like things to be natural and vegan if I'm taking them every day. Head to the link in my description or use my code for 25% off your first order. And thank you again, Ritual, for sponsoring this video. I truly do love your products. I've got Stress Relief, I've got my Essential for Women, and melatonin. Thank you, Ritual. Now, back to the video. Why not have fun glassware? Glassware, dishware, really anything that you eat or drink off of. Why not have that be colorful? I get the simplistic route. I think that route is really nice and easy, but if you want to have some fun in your life, why not, have a cool striped water glass or some fun, bright coffee mugs. This is the easiest way to incorporate some color. And again, you could store it away. Glassware, dishware, cutlery, whatever. I love vintage pieces. So not only does that add color to your home, but it also adds personality. Again, all these go hand in hand. Florals and fruit. Florals and fruit. I always buy florals that sit on my counter. I love to style them around my home too. I usually find time to make little arrangements to put in my bathroom. Kitchen counter is the must. And then sometimes I put them in my bedroom, my entry table. I like flowers pretty much everywhere. And I get them from the grocery store. I don't do anything crazy. And when it's summer out, I go and forage them. And just be careful who you're foraging from. Make sure they like it. Because if they don't, you could get in trouble or yelled at. And then you feel icky for the rest of the day. Because it takes 12 hours for ickiness to pass. That's what my mom says, actually, when we were young. Like when you had something happen to you that's not that big of a deal, but it makes you feel really upset, like getting a bad grade on a test, or you had a bad interaction with someone. My mom always said that's just called feeling icky, and it's a feeling that's going to pass pretty quick. So I love that we got on that tangent. But if you're foraging and you get yelled at, you will just feel icky, and then that feeling will pass. Okay. A lot of you really loved Kate's framed vintage art. I featured this in a home update I did recently of Kate's house. But basically, if you're new here, Kate is my bestie and someone I'm constantly talking about. But she frames vintage art in unique matting, unique frames, and then she does sales. So if you're interested in that, go follow her Instagram. But the reason I'm talking about this is that art and matting and frames are a really easy way to add color to your home, whether it's just a simple frame that's the color red. I have this one frame in my kitchen, and the whole thing is neutral besides the frame, which is red. But adding in colored matting, a colored frame, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to get colored art. You could have black and white art and then dress it up a little with the matting. So if that's your vibe, not to do a double promo here, but I think adding throw pillows is a great way to add personality and color to your home, especially very unique throw pillows. And that's why I'm promoting again was throw pillows. We're actually coming out with a lot of fun products next year. Shower curtains again, bedding. That's all I got planned actually. And other things. I'm toying with some really fun ideas, but yes, throw pillows, which I have launched 4 times now. I think a unique throw pillow is such a fun way to dress up a single chair or a bench or even on your sofa or on your bed. Why not add in a throw pillow with personality? Maybe it's your grandma's quilted throw pillow that you got. I'm always bringing up grandma and grandpa because I just imagine most people are inheriting some cool stuff from their grandparents. Art lights in a color is fun, I have that big art piece in my living room, and I threw a yellow art light above it. I guess it's not technically an art light. It's just a sconce, but I feel like art lights aren't that fun. You can get your general brass art light, but sometimes you just want something a little more kooky and fun, and especially with my really neutral giant art piece in my living room, I thought it would be fun to pair it with something kind of bright. Also, that color of that sconce, what is this? Like a yellow mustard orange. I think that is going to be my color for 2025. I've been really into that color, like a bright yellow orange mustard thing. I guess I should do a video on what I like for 2025. And now let's talk about your personality. Do you have a personality? I feel as though I do have a personality. Adding personality into your home is key. It's the reason you love your space. So to start, I would display your quirks. I would display your partner's quirks. I would display the weird shit that maybe you wouldn't consider displaying. The weird shit you inherited from your grandma. I'm not saying, display the gift that your in-laws got you that, is bad, because we've all experienced that. You have to have your in-law closet you know? Basically a little space in your house where you can store away things that people have gifted you and you bring them out when they come over. Sorry. But I'm talking about the items that maybe you wouldn't necessarily think to put out. Like maybe some sports memorabilia, if like your partner's into sports or whatever, or like a movie poster, or like something that isn't fully, you know, designy. Does that make sense? But you could upgrade it a little and have it on display. Display your quirks. Display little things on your shelves. Put things on tables. And put things up on walls, your little quirks. For example, this is actually a funny example. My brother for Christmas got me this, and it's honestly one of the most random gifts I've ever received. But it's a dog that holds a candle stick. Would I pick this out myself? No. Will I display this and use this? Yes. It's from my brother. I think it's funny. I think it's cool. I love that he picked this out for me. It's the most random thing ever. But I'm into it. Here, we'll put him right. Where can we see? There he is, our baby boy. I don't know what his name is. Pay attention to the little things. Do you know what I'm saying? I've talked about this in the past, but I don't love to just buy any general item. I don't want to just buy a ladder from Home Depot. I want to, you know, dig online and find a ladder in a cool color or something like that. I'm always paying attention to the little things. So when it comes to knobs or handles, wall hooks, I think those are great areas that you could find something different, vintage, quirky. I actually broke the wall hook that's on the back of my closet door in my bedroom. And so I bought these guys to replace the wall hook. So pay attention to the little things, the little details that you normally, you know, wouldn't care too much about. Those are the areas that are going to add some good old personality. I think you should mix some patterns. You should mix some textures. You should mix your woods. You should mix your metals. Obviously, this is all in certain circumstances. If you have, you know, a giant brass light fixture, I wouldn't want you to have, you know, like a chrome coffee table, you know. I'm not saying mix it in that way in huge senses, but more so, you know, mix your tones of wood. Not everything needs to be super matchy, and especially mix your materials. You know, if you feel like you have a lot of wood in your house, which I kind of do, move over into finding something metal or glass or fabric or anything that just kind of mixes the elements. It's the same thing as mixing different eras of design. Mixing your elements and mixing patterns will really help bring a unique touch to your space, which is a reflection of your personality because you picked it out, and there you go. Every room should have one sentimental thing. Every single room, even your bathroom. Even your bathroom. One sentimental item, whether it's, you know, something you thrifted or whatever it is, or a photo. I've been trying to incorporate more photos of family and friends in my house. And I think, you know, I've talked about this before, putting a little picture frame above your light switches is a fun little way to incorporate a photo. I think that's some fun areas to incorporate something sentimental. But yeah, every room should have a little piece of something, even if it's small. Even in your bathroom, throw up a little vintage piece of art or a cool little cup sitting on the side. Every room should have something sentimental, and that's my rule, and that's my guidebook. Are you going to implement this, or are you not going to implement this? And if you do implement any of these, send me photos. I'm always looking. But the video is not over yet. I have three more things, I think three more things that are very crucial. My final ending points. Mix vintage and new. Mix vintage and new. I would say my house is probably 70% vintage, 30% new, and that's just how it's going to be, and that's the way I like it. But I think having that nice mix, it's really the key to design, in my opinion. Mixing design eras and mixing vintage and new. I think that's the only way to go about it. Even with art, maybe some new pieces of art, maybe some vintage pieces, maybe some homemade pieces, and truly that is what's going to make your house feel like it's from you. Like it's from within. And that brings me to my next point. it shouldn't just be your personality. I think if you live with a partner or roommates or whatever it is, I think it's so important to really make sure that you're expressing things that both of you love. I have lived with a partner that doesn't really care about interior design, at all. But I always was making sure he liked what I was doing, or the paint color, or trying to incorporate art pieces. I remember I framed a photo of his dogs, and I actually got like a weird caricature drawing done of his face. He was probably like, okay. But it was important to me that the house also felt like his. Because if you ever walked into someone's home and you're like, whoa, this is definitely, so-and-so's style. Or like, it's like really one way. Sometimes you live with someone who really doesn't care. But I think it's then on that person who's doing the design to try to incorporate everybody, because it just feels better, in my opinion. And be open to their taste. And sometimes that helps you discover new things that you like. Here's a fun one. And this kind of also goes off of a was plug, I guess. But last year I launched something called the Home Tote. It was a line of tote bags that are meant to be displayed in your home. So I think you might know where I'm going with this. You should display cool items of clothing or accessories or bags or jewelry. Anything like that is fun to have on display. Not, to a point where everything looks messy and whatnot, but clothing is also an art form. Clothing also really expresses your personality. If you're anything like me, I do have to feel good in what I'm wearing. Not all the time. I wouldn't say my fashion is nuts. I'm actually a pretty simplistic dresser. I like a lot of classics. I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent. People have actually requested for me to do a fashion video, which I'm not fashion. It's just, this is just like what I like to wear. But anyways, I love to display things. I love to display my home totes. And I think that adds some really fun personality to your space. And my last suggestion is honestly more so just like a tip for your brain. Don't be scared to take risks. In 2025, we are not scared of taking risks. Honestly, I've never really been scared of taking risks. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why that's a part of my personality. I'm just really down to take a risk to be freelance or start a YouTube channel or start a brand or whatever, or try something out in my home, or try different forms of art. Try painting. I've tried knitting. I've tried it all. I dribble a basketball sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm going to get into running. Sometimes I think I like yoga and then I don't. But bringing this back to design, don't be scared to take risks in your home. Try adding in some color. If you don't like it, sell it. Just don't splurge or spend a ton of money on something if you don't know you're going to like it. Start little. Start incorporating little pieces here and there. And then I think you'll be surprised how much personality comes out in the things that you're designing or buying or in your space. And then you're going to love your space, and it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun year for all of us, because this is the year I was doing my 2025 manifestations. And for me, which I guess we're going to get into this now, really going off topic. Well, not really, but now we're talking life. We're talking life. I want to be more authentically myself. I feel like I'm myself online and whatnot, but I don't know. In the past few years, I've lost a lot of confidence. I've struggled with confidence issues or being truly me, especially when it comes to dating and stuff like that. I want to be authentically me. And in my brain, I'm like, should I wrap this back into your house? Your house is authentic to yourself. But I'm just rambling per usual. This is the year of confidence. This is the year of authenticity. This is the year of me, and this is the year of you. And in all forms, I want to be who I am with what I wear, with my home, with the music I listen to, with the food I eat. I just want to do what I want to do. And I don't care what people say. And that's that. So hopefully you liked my little guide of how to add color and personality into your home. I'm excited for the year. I'm excited for what I'm going to do to my house. I have some fun things in mind, some new decor stuff for my house. Oh, also, wait, this is actually fun. Huge news. Big news, actually. This is so fun, but I'm going to be decorating a new space of mine, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not moving, but there's your hint. So stay tuned and like and subscribe, bitches. And also, go watch the Brimfield video. I posted that on a Monday, and it fucked up my algorithm, and it's the best video I've ever made. So love you. Love you. Bye. See you next Sunday. Trying to post every Sunday still. We'll see. Well, anyways, bye.